Now in 4 News Now at 6, school bonds are failing at a record rate across Washington, leaving districts struggling to fund building projects. We'll break down why the lottery, cannabis, and timber revenue aren't enough and what it means for local schools.
Our wet weather is turning wintry. If the rain hasn't turned to snow at your house yet, it most likely will soon. I'll have your first alert forecast.
And a slow snow season is hitting local ski shops hard. We'll show you how one store is getting creative to stay in business and how you could score some big deals. You're watching 4 News Now at 6.
Well, most of the school levies on ballots across Washington were approved in the most recent special elections. Thanks for being with us tonight. I'm Derek Dice.
And I'm Kirsten O'Connor. But a majority of school bonds that ran in Washington failed, leaving people to wonder what other funding sources school districts could lean on. Derek Strom is in studio to better explain how education is funded.
Derek, Kirsten, we've gotten plenty of comments recently about the money schools receive from lottery, cannabis, and timber revenue, but that money makes up a much smaller portion of a school's budget than you might think. OSPI estimates schools only get about 2% of their revenue from these sources. Even though the Washington Lottery generates nearly $1 billion in revenue each year, less than 20% of that goes back into education. That added up to $180 million from the lottery in 2025, but even when combined with cannabis and timber funding, it only makes up a small percentage of an average school's total funding. Much more of that is from local levies, which make up about 15%. The majority of the funding comes from the state, but State Superintendent Chris Reichdahl says recent budget proposals could reduce how much schools are getting.
This budget and prior budgets have cut our state's funding per student when we adjust for inflation by $500 a kid over the last 6 or 7 years. So not only are we not investing more as we should, we're actually going the wrong direction.
With the prospect of budget cuts from the state, many districts are hopeful they can secure funding from local taxpayers through a bond or levy. If schools are hoping to make any improvements to their buildings, they have to convince voters to approve a bond, which has become challenging for many districts. Bonds typically have a much longer term than a levy, usually 10 to 25 years, and they require a 60% supermajority to pass. Washington education group WISE says less than 40% of school bonds were approved across the state in last week's election, but there is a bill in the Senate that would start the process of getting rid of that supermajority for school bonds. And that bill is still in a Senate committee, but if it passes, voters would still need to approve a referendum to change the state's constitution. WISE believes the supermajority rule currently in place is outdated. In studio, Derek Strom, 4 News Now.
All right, Derek, thank you. It's the end of an era. Demolition is now underway on Adams Elementary School on Spokane South Hill. Crews are starting with a gymnasium before moving on to the main building. Once demolition of the 116-year-old building is complete, this is what the new Adams Elementary will look like. The project is one of the first to be funded through the Together Spokane plan approved by voters in November. Construction is scheduled to be completed by the summer of 2027.
And just within the last half hour, a bill that would raise taxes on Washington's highest earners made it out of the Senate. It was approved with a 27-22 vote. If signed into law, the state would place a nearly 10% tax on personal income over $1 million. Critics argue it would not help families struggling right now since it wouldn't go into effect until 2028. Some Republican lawmakers say this tax could open the door to a statewide income tax down the line. It now heads to the House for consideration.
All right, get used to the wet weather because we have plenty more on the way.
And for the first time in quite a while, we could even see some snow in the valleys. Let's send it over to Chief Meteorologist Chris Crocker with your first alert forecast.
In fact, we're already seeing some snow in the valleys around the region. Snow level is dropping tonight. Zoomed in on the Spokane and Coeur d'Alene area. We're a little bit of a break in Spokane. It will not last. Coeur d'Alene, we're seeing some heavier rain all the way up to Spirit Lake and down the highway onto portions of the Palouse. But if you go a little bit further down on the Palouse, we've already made the transition to snow. So far it isn't sticking, but I am getting eyewitness reports from the University of Idaho that it is indeed snowing. But here's the view at Washington and 3rd in Moscow, and you can see that it is a little bit of a texture to that precipitation falling, but it isn't sticking on the roads as of yet. But there is a lot more more wet weather to come in overnight, particularly through North Idaho, and we'll be making that transition into snow as we get into the evening. Snow continuing through around 4 a.m. in Spokane, a little bit later than that in Coeur d'Alene, but by 9 o'clock tomorrow morning, we will be drying out temporarily. There's colder weather and more snow in the 7-day forecast. I'll tell you all about it in just a few minutes, Derek.
Chris, thank you. Around the nation now, 2 people were shot and killed at a high school hockey game today in Rhode Island. The game was being live streamed when the shooting happened. Now, in just a moment, we will show you a portion of that stream, and I want to warn you, it may be disturbing.
While you won't see anyone being shot, you can hear gunfire and see the moment when panic sets in on the ice. Now, 3 other people were also hurt in this shooting. Police say the suspected gunman is dead. School officials say they believe the suspect may have been a parent of one of the players. Witnesses say young people could be seen rushing out of the rink while appearing to be in shock.
Many were hugging their parents, rightfully so. You could see some of the parents watching the players kind of roam and could feel and ask them, how are you doing? And you could see the tears starting to come down and the parents hugging their kids. And I'm sure they're thanking God that they weren't the victim of the shooting. They're still alive with them today.
As of right now, investigators have not released the name or any information about the shooter or a possible motive. This is still developing. We will continue to update you as we learn more.
All right, Spokane Transit Authority's double-decker buses will be back on the road tomorrow, just a month after one of them crashed into a viaduct, leading the agency to pull the entire fleet from service.
Now, since the crash, STA has been updating its safety measures. Madeline Mullins is in studio and shares those changes and when you can expect to get back on board.
The Spokane Transit Authority says when a double-decker bus crashed into a viaduct last month, that driver was off route. And while the investigation into why is still ongoing, the agency is rolling out new safety measures to make sure it doesn't happen again. And that starts tomorrow when the buses and drivers hit the road once again, testing them out on Route 6 and 66 between Spokane and Cheney. But these buses won't have passengers on board. STA says it wants to ensure these safety measures are fully implemented before that happens. Some of those include that operators assigned to the double-decker buses will complete a second round of training. The navigation software has been disabled, making it so operators have to rely on required knowledge of their assigned routes. Operators will have to make a safety stop before driving under viaducts, and the operators will provide a verbal confirmation with dispatch when they leave STA Plaza and when they're entering downtown. Now, STA says if all goes well, they'll be able to welcome passengers back on board by the end of the month. We've put in public record requests for videos and reports from the double-decker crash. We expect to get those records in the next several weeks. In studio, I'm Madeline Mullins, 4 News Now.
All right, Madeline, thank you. Former Spokane City Council member Jonathan Bingle is now running for Washington's 6th legislative district. Bingle announced his campaign today. The position is currently held by Jenny Graham, who said last week she will not seek re-election. Bingle says he is running because of growing financial pressure on families, rising costs of living, public safety concerns, and what he calls increasing frustration with the direction of Olympia. An independent and Air Force veteran, Aaron Croft, is also running for the state legislature in that district. Well, still ahead, a troubling rise in colorectal cancer among younger adults.
We'll show you the warning signs doctors say many people ignore and how early screening could help prevent it. And nonprofits across Washington say critical services could be cut if state funding falls short. How Governor Bob Ferguson's proposed budget could impact groups like the YWCA and the families who depend on them.
And our mild winter is creating ripple effects for local ski shops. We'll show you how one store is adapting to stay afloat and how you can benefit next on 4 News Now.
Plan your day with Matt Gray, only on Good Morning Northwest.
Hey, good morning, America.
Good morning, America.
Good morning, America.
Hey, Chad here from the Easy Home Buyer. If you want to know how easy it is to sell your house fast, just pull out your phone and scan this QR code. It's that simple.
Pick up the phone to inquire. Call the Easy Home Buyer.
Style or substance. Somehow, it became one or the other. But there is another choice. Not stopping until you have everything in the GMC Sierra. Get 0% APR on Sierra 1500 models.
ShopDaveSmith.com.
If you have moderate to severe eczema, Dupixent can help you feel the heal. Some adults saw fast itch relief after first dose and long-lasting clearer skin at 1 year. Severe allergic reactions, including skin reactions, can occur. Get help right away for face, mouth, tongue, or throat swelling, wheezing, or trouble breathing. Tell your doctor of new or worsening eye problems like eye pain or vision changes, skin symptoms, joint aches and pain, or a parasitic infection. Don't change or stop other treatments without talking to your doctor. Ask your doctor about Dupixent.
What can we make for you today from the Sweet Palace in Phillipsburg, Montana?
When I was told I needed radiation treatment for a brain tumor, I couldn't stop thinking about what could happen to my memories. Those moments I cherish from growing up, of finding myself, of the people I love, of what I've created. Could they all just fade away? But when I learned how precise treatment was with Gamma Knife, I was reassured that those moments would be preserved. Because it's not only about protecting the memories I've made, but the ones I have yet to create.
A performance that truly matters. This is what you've been waiting for. Shen Yun, coming to Seattle and Spokane from April 1st. Tickets at shenyun.com/WA.
All right, take a look at this video of families celebrating President's Day by hitting the slopes at Mount Spokane. They were treated to some fresh powder thanks to some much-needed snow over the last few days. But that snow has been hard to come by this season, forcing some resorts to close off entire sections of their parks.
It's also taking a toll on local shops that rely on a good snow season to help make a profit. Angela Hara is live outside of one local ski shop getting creative to get people through the door.
Yeah, Kristen, well, Alpine House is just one of those local shops that are really feeling the impact of the low snow this season. They've even had to put out big sales much earlier than they expected. Maybe experiencing a mild winter, but there is good news waiting at the end of the run. Now might be the time to stock up on gear.
We're moving into like an end of season clearance situation and all of our winter stuff.
Alpine House is one of the several ski shops running end-of-year sales a few weeks before they usually do.
Skis and snowboards are 30% off, boots and bindings are 20% off, and then all of our accessories are all 30% off as well.
And they even have items that are half off. This includes winter clothes, some older models of skis and boards, and if you buy 2 accessories like a helmet and goggles, you can also save a good amount. The store manager says although sales are down, with the lack of snow, it's not unique.
I've been working in ski shops since the 90s, and so I've seen kind of this pattern of every like 8 to 10 years you get a bad winter, and it's just something that you kind of gotta just work your way through and come out on the other side.
He says they haven't had nearly as much ski rentals this season either, but he says long ski-centered holiday weekends help their bottom line, along with people who rent gear for the entire season. And the store has also started to put their bikes out much earlier than they expected to help out with some of those sales. Live in Spokane, Angela Hara for News Now.
All right, Angela, thank you. If hitting the links is more your thing, you want to check out the Spokane Golf Show this weekend. It's being held at the Spokane Convention Center this Saturday and Sunday. You'll find over 100 exhibitors, plus special deals on tee times, gear, and golf getaways. Attendees can also try out the indoor driving range and take part in skills challenges. For more details, you can find this story on KXLY.com. Chris, 2 of your favorite things here, golf and skiing.
It's hard to pick, but right now the skiing is looking like more fun this week. We've got some snow on the way, a winter weather advisory until 10 o'clock tomorrow morning for the Central Panhandle, up to 5 inches above 3,000 feet, 1 to 2 below. The winter weather advisory for the Northeast Mountains expires at 7 o'clock tonight. I've got a little bit of snow up there already. I'll be back with your 7-day forecast.
Sign up for the 4 News Now Daily Local at KXLY.com.
4 News Now is brought to you by Andy's Heating and Cooling.
When you've been injured in a car accident, the insurance company can make you feel small. They make you feel unimportant. They make you feel like your situation doesn't matter.
Right when you need help the most.
That's when you call Russell & Hill.
You are important to us.
We'll work to get you the results you deserve.
So you can get back to being you.
Injured in a car, truck, or motorcycle accident?
Russell & Hill will fight for you. Call 800-LAW-0842.
At Parker Toyota, we've got an SUV for every lifestyle, from the legendary Land Cruiser to the spacious Highlander and the ever-versatile RAV4. Your next adventure starts here.
And with the largest SUV selection in the Northwest, Parker Toyota has what you're looking for on the lot today. With Toyota's world-class reliability and top-tier value, your SUV isn't just ready for the road, it's ready for the long haul.
See our great selection of SUVs at Parker Toyota in beautiful Coeur d'Alene.
Before it's your York air conditioner, it belongs to Chad Peachin, who inspects and tests every unit on the line. And Ricky Howard, whose leak testing process is 99.9% accurate. And Sid Castile, who checks for fabrication flaws down to ridiculous tolerances. You see, before you buy it, they own it. So if you want something really well built, you want a York. Built here. Built right. Built by York.
It's a 4-day price crash today through this Monday at all Cal locations, where they are loading up the lots with hot buys and big markdowns, plus giving you up to 110% trade-in value for your old ride. Today through this Monday at Cal.
This is Alex. Alex needed help investing his savings. With his advisor Dennis, he opened 3 accounts.
One for now, one for later, and of course, his retirement.
More than big goals for his future, Alex has got a plan to get there.
There's something different about this case. The fear, the rage. There's 2 killers.
Welcome back. The first solar eclipse of 2026 will feature this so-called ring of fire that you're looking at here. This rare event happens when the moon passes in front of the sun, but is just far enough away that it doesn't completely block it. Instead, a bright circle of sunlight remains visible around the moon, creating a stunning, glowing ring in the sky. But don't get too excited and run out to get some of those eclipse glasses. Only a small number of people, like in Antarctica, will get a front row seat to the full show.
Wah, wah. Yeah. Hey, but you know what? Not that disappointing. What we're seeing out right now, Chris, this is what we really want to see.
Yes, some snow. Put on some Johnny Cash and enjoy. Let's take a look. Sandpoint, it is right in between the rain and the snow right now, but roads are in good shape. This is US 2 and Boyer right now. You can see some little bit of ponding on the roadways. The case is similar further south around Hayden. Checking the highway cameras. 4 things to know about your weather. Rain will be turning into snow tonight right in the Spokane and Coeur d'Alene area, up to 2 inches. May see a little bit more on some of the higher benches around Coeur d'Alene. Mostly dry conditions on Tuesday. We have a chance of snow every single day this week. For the next hours, rain turning to snow. Our odds of wet weather in Spokane decrease very rapidly. By 2 a.m. we're at 40% and dry by 4 a.m. This is out at the airport. It will be a little bit longer the further west you go, and or east rather, into Coeur d'Alene, and that's where we have the chance to see more snow. So we may dry out right about the time we would really start to see some accumulation. And this is a look at our forecast snow. We're seeing over an inch down in Moscow and Pullman, up to 1.5 inches in St. Mary's, 3 in Kellogg, and then less than an inch from Coeur d'Alene south into Sandpoint. A closer view on some of the snowfall totals you may see with this system. 1/2 inch will be common in the Spokane area. More as we head further to the east. Could see 2 inches of snow in the Spirit Lake area by tomorrow morning. Now now let's talk about the ski area snow. We did the story about our ski shops suffering. Tomorrow morning, there will be between 4 and 8 inches waiting for you at Schweitzer, Silver Mountain Lookout. A nice powder day at Mount Spokane and a little bit of snow at 49 as well. By Friday morning, we are looking at 1.5 feet of snow at many of our ski areas, and there's more coming through the weekend and beyond. Now, tomorrow we will be dry to start the day, might even see some sunshine in Spokane, and then a slight chance of some light snow showers as we get into the afternoon. High temperature of 39, 40 is our average high around the Spokane and Coeur d'Alene area, 40 in Meade, 36 in Spirit Lake, 39 in Coeur d'Alene, Spangle, and Cheney. Around the region, temperatures in the 30s and 40s, just about average, but we have some below average temperatures coming, and along with above average precipitation, that does set the stage for more snow as we get into the middle and end of the work week. Saturday, only a slight chance of precipitation, and then it's more of a rain-snow mix Sunday and Monday as we start to warm up a little bit. Kirsten.
Okay, thank you, Chris. What is now the deadliest cancer for U.S. adults under the age of 50? Colorectal cancer is killing more younger people, including actor James Van Der Beek, who died last week at the age of 48.
Health experts say there are 5 main warning signs of the disease that you should never dismiss. Natalie Grant goes over those red flags and explains how one action can not only detect cancer, but help prevent it.
It continues to be a concerning trend. Colorectal cancer is killing more young adults, with death rates rising in those under the age of 50 by more than 1% every year for more than 20 years, advancing this disease from the 5th most common cause of cancer death in the early to mid-90s to the most common in those under the age of 50 in 2023.
This is really an outlier and really something that needs significant attention.
Dr. William DeHutt with the American Cancer Society says deaths are declining for other cancers in young adults. It's only colorectal cancer deaths that continue to rise. There are 5 warning signs that many may dismiss: persistent abdominal pain, rectal bleeding, persistent diarrhea or constipation, unexplained weight loss, and iron deficiency anemia, often caused by hidden blood loss, leading to fatigue and weakness.
Young people should not ignore any symptom that they find unusual, and that if they see their physician and they're told they're too young to have a problem, they probably need to see somebody else.
DeHutt says about half of the colorectal cancer deaths in young adults are those between the ages of 45 and 49, and screening is the lowest in that age group. A colonoscopy can find polyps, which can turn into cancer, and get rid of them.
If those polyps are removed, that reduces or can eliminate the risk of cancer from those polyps.
Natalie Grant, 4 News Now.
All right, thousands of Washingtonians could lose their Medicaid coverage this fall under new federal rules.
We'll show you why coming up, and tens of thousands of Washingtonians could lose this. We'll hear from one cancer survivor now worried about her health care.
And Savannah Guthrie is begging for her mother's return. Investigators are following new DNA and evidence leads. We'll show you the new pieces of evidence investigators are focusing on to solve the mystery of Nancy Guthrie's disappearance.
Live stream KXLY Plus on the
4 News Now is brought to you by River City Glass.
Okay, team, this year when people call the Easy Home Buyer, I want to offer more for their home. We're going to buy the home as is and close in as little as 14 days and give them a check. Let's go.
Call the Easy Home Buyer.
If you haven't started your New Year's resolutions yet, there's still time to get moving at Move Fitness.
Whether you're just starting out or you're ready to shake up your workouts for better results by jumping into a free class or setting up a plan with one of our certified trainers, Move Fitness has the staff and equipment to help you reach your fitness goals.
So this year, don't just wish for it, work for it, and commit to get fit at Move Fitness.
See the USA in your Chevrolet. America's asking you to call. Drive your Chevrolet through the USA. America's the greatest land of all.
Get 1.9% financing on all 2026 Silverado 1500 pickups. Or get $6,350 total value on this Silverado. Plus $1,000 trade assistance when you trade in an eligible vehicle.
Hi, how can I help you guys?
We're here to win.
Is this on your bucket list? Win big at Coeur d'Alene Casino Resort Hotel, proud sponsor of Gonzaga basketball.
Tired of body pain holding you back? Try Aleve for longer-lasting pain relief. Unlike Tylenol and Advil, just one dose of Aleve provides up to 12 hours of relief from all types of body pain. Try Aleve.
At 4 News Now, we're part of this community, sharing your stories, listening to your voice, and delivering the news that matters most to you. Numerica believes in and supports that mission.
Thank you.
I got this.
Thanks. I'm Alex.
I'm Jade.
A tough couple of days for Team USA at the Winter Olympics in Italy.
But excitement is building for the women's hockey team, now set to play for the gold. ABC's Marcus Moore is in Italy with more on all the action.
Day 10 of the Winter Games in Italy, and after a disappointing weekend, the best chance for a medal for Team USA down a steep, icy slope in the women's bobsled event. Americans Alana Myers-Taylor and Kaylee Humphries racing down the slope at lightning speed, both making the podium. Taylor snagging the gold medal, Humphries the bronze. The women's hockey team heating up the ice in a fierce match against Sweden. Team USA winning 5-0 and advancing to the gold medal game set for Thursday. They'll face Canada.
It's an honor to be here and it's an honor to play on this team because they're so special, and we know on Thursday we're going to show up and give our best.
If they win, it would be their first gold in the event since 2018. And pairs figure skaters gliding across the ice, wowing the crowds today in Milan. But disappointment for Team USA's Ellie Kam and Danny O'Shea, along with Emily Chan and Spencer Howe, with neither of them making the podium. There was early hope for a medal from U.S. short track speed skater Christian Santos Griswold, but she missed out on the finals in the 1,000-meter race after finishing third in the quarterfinals this morning. While in the men's 500-meter speed skating heat race, a spectacular photo finish saw Italy's Pietro Siegel crossing the line backwards after 2 skaters crashed behind him and came in second. This Winter Games has been an uphill battle for Team USA, who missed out on various events, including men's slalom and alpine skiing and women's snowboarding big air.
A tough go for sure, but there is still hope for some of the events scheduled tomorrow, including speed skating. The men and women's team pursuit could be the next opportunity for Team USA to secure a medal. Marcus Moore, ABC News, Milan.
A mysterious DNA clue has investigators racing to find Nancy Guthrie's kidnapper.
We'll break down what authorities have discovered and how it could help solve the case. And nonprofits say a proposed state budget could slash services that thousands of families rely on. We'll show you how groups like the YWCA Spokane are fighting to keep hotlines, shelters, and support programs running.
Live stream KXLY Plus on the 4 News Now app.
Post Falls ER and Hospital open 24/7, providing premium emergency department care without the wait. From your child sports injury to urgent ambulance visits, Post Falls ER features low wait times, efficient procedures, and compassionate care. Plus, we provide state-of-the-art imaging, inpatient care, and accept all commercial insurances. Because in an emergency, every second counts and every life matters. Post Falls ER and Hospital, State Line near Cabela's, minutes away, hours faster.
Hi, I'm renovation expert Scott McGilvery. I know bath remodeling and I've seen all the gimmicks. Buy now, half off, free installation. This is why I work with Bathfitter. With 40 years of experience and 2 million installs, I trust their integrity. Bathfitter gives you a fair price and sticks to it with a lifetime warranty. You don't need gimmicks, just a partner you can trust. Bathfitter, it just fits. Go to bathfitter.com to book your free consultation.
Criminy. Your plants, how'd you get them to grow like this?
I started banking with ICCU.
ICCU?
Yeah, I should have switched a long time ago. Credit union with service and technology like theirs is just better. I can do everything in the app and talk to an actual human being on video chat.
Hi.
And that made your plans grow like crazy?
You tell me.
Everything you need for your banking and everything you love about a credit union. ICCU. Life's greener here.
People from North Idaho are built for long, snowy winters.
And so are the Subarus they drive.
With symmetrical all-wheel drive, every Subaru handles winter's toughest challenges with ease. No matter how harsh the weather gets, your Subaru stays in control.
Add heated seats and advanced safety features, and you're ready for anything winter brings.
Celebrate the Subaru A Lot to Love event now through March 31st at Parker Subaru in beautiful Coeur d'Alene.
It matters every day and every night. It matters that we're not just in your community, but that we're part of it.
We'd be happy to help you.
Making sure everyone feels welcomed and rewarded.
$100 on the way out.
It matters that we're here for what the doctor prescribed.
Thanks so much, Eric.
And also, just what the doctor ordered.
Need some help?
Right by your side.
Hi, Alex.
Right when you need us.
I'm gonna go grab that for you, okay?
Welcome to CBS. Join us.
Live from downtown Spokane, this is 4 News Now at 6:30.
Well, local advocacy groups are teaming up to sound the alarm for lawmakers in Olympia.
As it stands now, the proposed state budget only includes 60% of the funding they need to help survivors to safety. Mary Sheridan joins us live with what's at stake.
Well, local nonprofits tell me $21.3 million is needed to continue helping communities statewide. Right now, Governor Ferguson's budget only allocates $12 million to them, meaning vital resources like victim advocates in court would be a lot harder to come by.
Someone to guide you through complex legal jargon, a 24/7 hotline for families in crisis, a safe place to sleep at night.
These are real services that survivors rely on.
And in order to meet survivors in their time of need, nonprofits like the YWCA say they need adequate funding from the state. Together with Lutheran Community Services, Mujeres in Action, and Partners Family and Children, the organization served 23,000 families in 2025. They say the proposed 40% cut to their annual state funding would be detrimental.
When one of our services reduces some kind of essential service like that, it puts pressure on the rest of us.
Erin Cardin has spent 18 years in victim advocacy and has never seen a more dire budget crisis.
Is there a plan B?
I wish, I want there to be a plan B, but I don't think that there is. The plan B likely looks like a reduction in services.
It'll affect our ability to help them understand how to access services in order to leave those unsafe situations.
Fewer people to manage the crisis hotline, fewer shelter beds, families left alone to navigate a complex legal system. But nonprofits are not accepting the cuts without a fight.
More than anything, we want people to call the representatives and ensure that victim services are fully funded this next year.
Organizers tell me that volunteers and community donations don't go unnoticed, but it's the state funding that keeps these groups stable as federal and county grants continue to shrink. Reporting live in downtown Spokane, I'm Mary Sheridan, 4 News Now.
All right, thanks so much, Mary. Well, we've been watching the rain and getting some reports of that rain turning to snow.
Yeah, I was actually just telling you and Chris Crocker that new Cougar quarterback Caden Pinnock just posted an Instagram story showing quite a bit of snow on the ground in Pullman. Chris, you're tracking that snow in the First Alert Weather Center.
Yes, we are right here in Spokane, in downtown. It is still rain, but that rain has a little bit of something going on with it. It's trying to make the transition to snow, and it won't be long now, and it may be snowing at your house. Down on the Palouse, it is just about all snow. This is a look at our radar zoomed in on Pullman, Garfield, Tico, Rosalia. Right about the time we get to the Spokane County line, we see more rain mixing in. As we zoom in around the Spokane and Coeur d'Alene area, you could see the snow on Micah Peak and Mount Spokane. Still a rain-snow mix in Sandpoint. No problems on the road. That's also the case in Rathdrum. Taking a look at our radar, a broader view, all of this wet weather is continuing to stream up from the south. Spokane is on the far western edge of that precipitation, but we're also starting to see some of that filling in to the west. We take a look at our forecast radar. Starting off at our current time, we will continue to see that wet weather turning more into snow as we get into the evening. We'll be dry by tomorrow morning and staying dry most of the day on Tuesday, but that's just a brief break in the action. I'll be back with your 7-day forecast.
Well, Moscow police say no criminal charges will be filed from a fight outside of a University of Idaho fraternity that left a DoorDash driver in a coma for a week. The September fight involved Austin Dawson and U of I student Arath Chavez. Police say Dawson's injuries came from hitting his head on the pavement when tackled, not from the 4 punches thrown afterwards. Investigators determined both parties agreed to fight and Dawson swung first.
I don't know how you hit your head on the concrete, then the punches after that while your head's still on the concrete didn't do anything wrong, didn't make any more damage. It's unheard of, especially considering that Austin has black eyes from, what, 4 or 5 months ago still. So, you know, there was obviously significant.
Police reached their conclusion using video, audio recordings, and witness statements. Dawson's father disputes the police version of events and says his son is still recovering from his injuries. The family is considering filing a civil lawsuit.
Tens of thousands of Washingtonians could lose their Medicaid coverage.
That's because of a bill passed by Congress last year. KOMO's Natalie Fahmy spoke with one woman who's learning how the new rules could impact her health care.
I did get diagnosed with breast cancer in 2015.
That's Susan Ben Rubin, a Washingtonian and a cancer survivor. But after finally beating cancer, there have been a series of serious health side effects. And now, on top of those conditions, she constantly worries about her health insurance and all the paperwork that comes with it.
You got to keep up with all of this stuff in order to figure out your health care, and it's just taxing.
Overwhelming.
Yes. Overwhelming.
Back in May, Ben Rubin got laid off. She was covered by her company's health insurance until the end of January. Meantime, she started looking at the state's Medicaid options, known as Apple Health. But now, H.R. 1, also known as the Big Beautiful Bill, passed by Congress and signed by President Donald Trump in July, could drastically change things for Ben Rubin. H.R. 1 will add new work requirements with limited exceptions. It will mean that those eligible who are 19 to 63 must be working, attending school, or volunteering at least 80 hours each month to maintain coverage.
I didn't even know that. That's insane.
Under H.R. 1, it's estimated by the Washington State Health Care Authority that 30,000 Washingtonians will lose coverage come October, as funding to the states to prop up Medicaid will be cut by billions.
I want to be very clear. The state is not in a position to be able to fully backfill the cuts from the federal government. We know that people are going to lose health care coverage.
Representative Nicole Macri tells me the state is not positive how many federal dollars it will lose under H.R. 1 yet.
Presumably billions of dollars? Presumably billions of dollars, yeah.
The state spends about $21 billion on Medicaid each year. Washington State is already facing a massive budget shortfall. So to try and backfill Medicaid cuts to any degree will mean budget cuts in other areas. Senator Chris Gildon tells me providing care is a top priority, but says it should only be for people who truly need it.
But if you are an able-bodied person and you're just not complying with the requirement to go try to find a job, then probably you don't need the assistance.
And Ben Rubin tells me through it all, her frustrations and worries only grow.
Health care should be a right. It shouldn't be something that somebody has to fight for.
Natalie Fahmy, KOMO News.
Well, the Gonzaga Bulldogs handed the Santa Clara Broncos their first home loss of the season.
And that decisive win put them at the top of the WCC standings, Mia.
And they moved up in the AP poll rankings. We'll show you how the Bulldogs moved up one spot to number 11 and the latest update on Braden Huff's left knee injury. Stick with us.
Sign up for the 4 News Now Daily Local at KXLY.com.
4 News Now is brought to you by Jordan Sales and Service.
I'm Dr. Roxanne Haslam. I'm one of the urologists at North Idaho Urology.
Dr. Matt McLaughlin.
North Idaho Urology, I'm Dr. Ellison. I'm Dr. David Flores. I work at North Idaho Urology as one of the urologists there in the practice.
The North Idaho Urology difference is that we care.
North Idaho Urology, we really strive to just provide an excellent experience for the patients. What's important to me in taking care of patients is trust in their surgeon.
Give us a call, go to our website. We'd love to see you soon.
The largest home show in the region returns to the Spokane Fair and Expo Center February 26th through March 1st. 4 buildings, hundreds of displays. One Spokane Home and Yard Show.
Style or substance. Somehow, it became one or the other. But there is another choice. Not stopping until you have everything in the GMC Sierra. Get 0% APR on Sierra 1500 models.
ShopDaveSmith.com.
Don't we all need a space we love? We'll make your design dreams a reality today during the extended President's Day Super Sale at Furniture Row. Save big on sofas and sectionals, dining, bedroom, and mattresses. And the more you buy, the more you save. Save $100 on every $1,000 you spend. Check out special purchases while they last, plus 60 months, no interest. Shop the comfort, the style, the selection, the savings. But hurry, the extended President's Day Super Sale at Furniture Row ends soon.
YWCA's Women of Achievement Luncheon is March 6th at the Davenport Grand. Celebrate 9 amazing honorees and the Y's 123 years of service in Spokane. Join us in making a difference. Visit ywcaspokane.org.
Sign up for the 4 News Now playbook at KXLY.com.
America's Obsession, the kidnapping of Savannah Guthrie's mother. Why the disappearance of Nancy Guthrie is captivating the nation.
We feel like she is every mom.
Next in 7 Edition.
Watch 4 News Now at 6 and Inside Edition at 7.
America's obsessed with Idol's jaw-dropping new talent.
Bring it home.
And tonight, it's the final auditions.
I still have a million questions.
I will think about you probably for the rest of my life.
Welcome into sports. The Gonzaga Bulldogs are atop of the West Coast Conference after defeating Santa Clara. The Zags handed the Broncos their first home loss of the season. The Zags took care of business, delivering a decisive win that puts them alone on the top of the West Coast Conference standings. And that win added significance after falling out of the AP Top 10 rankings after a shocking road loss to the Portland Pilots. Gonzaga has since responded with steady performances against Oregon State, Washington State, and now Santa Clara. The Bulldogs are 25-2 overall and moved up 1 spot in the AP rankings from number 12 to number 11. And Gonzaga's big man Graham Ike has earned the West Coast Conference Player of the Week honor for the 5th time this season. Ike dominated from the opening tip and at halftime had 19 points and 7 rebounds, a near double-double. When the game wrapped up, he put up a total of 21 points and 15 rebounds against the Broncos and is the nation's leading scorer with 2,414 points and is second with 1,906 rebounds. And an update on Braden Huff, who has been out since January with a left knee injury. Head coach Mark Few said last night, quote, "We said 4 to 8 weeks. It'll be at least 8. He's still on crutches. We'll get him off crutches here in a little while as that progresses. We'll see how it's going. He's a long ways from getting back, but hopefully, who knows?" And for the Gonzaga women's team, they're fresh off of a loss to LMU and will host Washington State, who just lost to Portland. These two programs have met more than 36 times since the late 1970s. Gonzaga has owned the recent stretch, winning a majority of the matchups in the last decade, including the last one down in Pullman, 81-75. These two teams will meet again this Thursday in the Kennel at 6 p.m. And for Washington State men's team, their latest game was a loss to Gonzaga, and they will host Pacific, who just lost to St. Mary's. This is a key conference battle with important seeding implications as regular season winds down. Last season had the first ever matchup between the two, and the Tigers are 2-0 on the series. Tip-off in Pullman is on Wednesday at 6:30 p.m. And for high school hoops, round 2 of district playoffs is tomorrow. The Ridgeline Falcons girls team enters as the #1 seed after a 16-win regular season and beating Mount Spokane in round 1 to move to 17-4. The Falcons have one of the top offenses in the GSL with 2 of GSL's leading scorers. As they prepare, head coach Freddie Rico spoke about the importance of this matchup.
the seed means nothing if you don't take care of it. And so we're going into this game tomorrow. We're playing Southridge that's 17-5. I mean, we're 17-4. I mean, we have to assume that this game is going to be just yet another battle. And so we got to come in, protect our home floor, but more importantly, we got to make sure that we don't take Southridge lightly, because if we win on Tuesday, then we punch our ticket to state.
Tip-off at Ridgeline High School is tomorrow at 4 p.m. And you know, guys, one thing I learned quickly when I first moved here was how serious high school hoops is. I mean, Derek, you're a high school hoops dad, so we have to talk about that.
We were in Richland for a game on Saturday night. So, yeah, it's pretty serious for sure. Nia, thank you so much.
Well, around the nation now, investigators say the family members of the Guthrie family have been cleared as suspects in Nancy Guthrie's disappearance.
It's now been 3 weeks since she vanished, and investigators are focusing on DNA found in a glove found miles away from Nancy's home. They're also looking for someone who may have bought a specific backpack. ABC's Alex Stone has the details.
A new plea from Savannah Guthrie for her mother's kidnapper to give back her mom.
We still have hope.
The search now in its 3rd week. Investigators still don't know Nancy Guthrie's whereabouts or who took the 84-year-old from her Tucson, Arizona home early February 1st. The focus today on a glove that was found about 2 miles away from Guthrie's home. Investigators saying they discovered male DNA on that glove. It's one of 16 they say they found and tested. Most actually belong to investigators. A black latex glove, seen here in photos captured by the New York Post, appears similar to what this masked person is seen wearing in this video from Guthrie's doorbell camera. Investigators hope the DNA recovered might lead them to somebody involved in Guthrie's disappearance.
If that DNA is not in the database, then we're not going to get a hit ever.
An unknown person's DNA was also found on scene, according to the sheriff speaking to ABC's Aaron Katursky.
Well, you've got DNA, so that's of use. Now we have to go through and try to eliminate people.
Investigators are also trying to track down where the suspect's backpack was bought. Seen in the doorbell video, investigators have determined the backpack is one that can be purchased for $11 at Walmart. Now, teams are trying to trace any purchases of the backpack from Walmarts in this area. The sheriff's department says the other clothing may have also been bought at Walmart, but it's not sold exclusively there.
The key is here, can you intersect a license plate, a CCTV, and a tip that takes you to somebody's door? That's still what they're looking for.
And today, sources are telling us investigators are moving away from believing any family members or 2 men detained had anything to do with the crime, but the sheriff says nobody is being ruled out as a person of interest. Alex Stone, ABC News, Tucson, Arizona.
Oscar-winning actor Robert Duvall has died. According to a statement sent by his public relations agency on behalf of his wife, Duvall died peacefully at his home in Virginia yesterday. He was best known for The Godfather, Apocalypse Now, and many other roles. The family said that those who wish to honor his memory are encouraged to do so in a way that reflects the life he lived by watching a great film, telling a good story with friends, or taking a drive in the countryside to appreciate the world's beauty. Duvall was 95 years old.
28 degrees to start the day tomorrow with a chance of some snow to wake up to, but we'll be dry through about 1 o'clock, and then we do have the chance of some hit and miss snow showers. Won't amount to much. High of 39, 40 is our average high.
Live stream KXLY Plus on the 4 News Now app.
Before you consider buying tires online, give Perfection Tire a call.
Because when you buy from us, exceptional warranties are included, and the service you'll actually need for the life of your tire, all included.
Nobody beats perfection. How's college?
Well, I'm studying power grid cybersecurity.
More efficient water infrastructure in cities.
Using AI to help process sugar beets.
AI on sugar beets.
You know, fast intelligent load shedding, inertial compensation measures, microgrid control systems, seamless islanding.
To make sure the processing plant is safer and more efficient.
So that we all have clean water.
To make sure Idaho's power grid stays safe from attacks.
Sounds like we're in good hands.
It's a 4-day price crash today through this Monday at all Cal locations, where they are loading up the lots with hot buys and big markdowns, plus giving you up to 110% trade-in value for your old ride. Today through this Monday at Cal.
When it comes to your cancer treatments, you have choices.
It's important to explore your options.
A second opinion will help you to make a more informed decision about your treatment. Contact Summit Cancer Centers today. One of our cancer specialists will speak to you directly, offering you same-day second opinions and options available for your type of cancer. And second opinions are covered by most insurance companies. Cancer, it's worth a second look. Summit Cancer Centers. Integrative, innovative, inspired.
Chocolate fundraiser. With the Chase mobile app, things move a little more smoothly. Deposit checks easily and send money quickly. That's convenience from Chase.
Act now and receive a shopping cart valued up to $3,000 when you invest in new Infinity replacement windows. Built with durable fiberglass frames, Infinity windows are 3 times stronger than Andersen frames and 8 times stronger than any vinyl window frame. Infinity replacement windows are available exclusively through Residential Home Solutions. Call 892-6460 or go to residentialhs.com to schedule your free estimate and get all the details. Residential Home Solutions. Windows custom fit for life.
When it comes to tires, you want options. At Perfection Tire, we've got all the top brands: Cooper, Toyo, Michelin, Goodyear, Continental, and so many more.
And with easy credit plans, get 6 months financing with 0 interest. You can drive away today.
When it matters most, America turns to David Muir and ABC.
Welcome back. Starting the week off with some action in the weather department.
This is better than, right, having nothing going on back there for you guys.
Absolutely, and especially when it is something that we really need, and that is snow in the mountains. And we are going to get a little bit of snow in town as well. I just confirmed what is falling here at our station. It is still rain, although it is sticking to our lens like it's trying to be snow, but it is still raining here in downtown. We do have a winter weather advisory for the central panhandle down through portions of the Camas Prairie. 2 to 5 inches of snow above 3,000 feet, 1 to 2 below 3,000 feet. This winter weather advisory for the Northeast Mountains expires just in 10 minutes. So that is already over with, but we do not have any advisories for the rest of the region. Snowfall totals will be fairly light. I want to take you through an initial forecast for the ski areas through 9 o'clock Friday, up to 18 inches of snow at Lookout, Silver Mountain, Schweitzer, in the neighborhood of a foot at Mount Spokane, and probably close to that at 49 degrees north as well. We are going to get some good snow going in the mountains. The valleys are another story. We are going to be warm enough. The sun angle is at such a way that we may see some snow, but it also will do some melting through the day. We're looking at, in general, up to an inch of accumulation through the next several days, but it will be every single day that we have that chance of snow. But it tops out at 40% on Wednesday and Thursday. I'm not getting my snowblower out of storage. I've been talking about that a lot this winter, so that gives you a hint of how much snow we're going to be dealing with. I don't think it's going to be anything that most of us are going to have to move. Some northern mountains or northern valleys will be another story. Our forecast radar, I'm going to start this off Tuesday morning. Tomorrow morning at 6 a.m. we will already be dry across the region, and I think we should get to see some sunshine tomorrow. The hit and miss snow showers will be a possibility in the afternoon, won't amount to much. Wednesday, we have another chance of some snow showers. And again, still snowing in the mountains. It's the valleys that are not really going to see a whole lot. Here's Thursday at 1 o'clock with, again, those hit and miss snow showers around the region, essentially about an inch of snow possible each day or less. Our high temperature trend, meanwhile, over the next 7 days, the white line is our average high, and that is just cruising right up into the mid 40s by this time next week. We will be down in the mid 30s for Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday before we start to warm up a little bit. Long range forecasts calling toward a trend toward below average temperatures, but closer to average than below. And we're still looking at above average precipitation. So still additional possibilities to build our snowpack. Wet Sunday and Monday, but will be warm enough that it will be more of a rain-snow mix here in town. Meanwhile, we'll see how it adds up this week down in the valleys. Kirsten?
Thanks so much, Chris. Well, mid-February can feel like a reset button for your New Year's resolutions, especially when it comes to saving money. Financial experts say many people drop their goals by the end of January, actually, but February offers that second chance. So they recommend starting with a close look at your spending habits, even though that's something a lot of people like to avoid. Using online budgeting tools or savings calculators can help turn vague goals into real numbers.
Getting to the end of the month and hoping there's something left over is not a strategy. So if you line item, even if it is, like you said, even if that's $50 per month, it's something.
Experts say the most important step is not to dwell on missed goals. Just reset, start small, and keep moving forward. For more tips to reach your New Year's financial goals, look for this week's Money Saving Monday on KXLY.com.
And before we go to break, here's a look at ABC's primetime lineup for tonight. Don't go away.
Live stream KXLY Plus on the 4 News Now app.
Ready for a refresh? From fabrics to the floor plan, we can pull it all together to create spaces you'll love coming home to. The Tin Roof. It's more than furniture, it's a feeling.
Okay, I brought you guys all here today because I want the Easy Home Buyer to buy more homes than ever this year, and I need new ideas.
We could blow up a house. That'd be cool.
Or we could just keep reminding people that we pay a high value for their home and we can close quickly in 14 days. And there are no closing costs.
I like it.
Pick up the phone to inquire. Call the Easy Home Buyer.
Style or substance. Somehow, it became one or the other. But there is another choice. Not stopping until you have everything in the GMC Sierra. Get 0% APR on Sierra 1500 models.
See your local GMC dealer.
If your bath has seen a lot of life, nobody gives it new life like Bath Fitter. Whatever shape your bath is in, Bath Fitter will transform it with an amazing number of styles and watertight walls that are grout-free and easy to clean. With 40 years of experience, Bath Fitter knows what people want. An affordable remodel that isn't just beautiful, it's guaranteed for life. When it's time to give your bath new life, it just fits. Go to bathfitter.com to book your free consultation.
Ready for a refresh? From fabrics to the floor plan, we can pull it all together to create spaces you'll love coming home to. The Tin Roof. It's more than furniture, it's a feeling.
This is your community, and your stories deserve to be heard. At 4 News Now, we're here to listen, connect, and bring you the news that truly matters. Numerica believes in and supports that mission.
A penny saved is a lifetime earned. Numerica Credit Union. Money where it matters.
4 News Now is brought to you by Sapphire Gallery.
Coming up tonight on Nightside.
Oh, it's beautiful. It sticks up maybe 15 foot or more off the bottom.
Nearly 154 years after it sank, a luxury passenger steamer has been found at the bottom of Lake Michigan. The story of its discovery tonight on Nightside starting at 11.
Wow. Well, here is your planning forecast. The rain is turning to snow in many locations. It's also tapering off in parts of the far western sections of Spokane County. So you may miss out on the snow. Further east into Coeur d'Alene, you may wake up with a little on the grass.
Uh-huh.
I like when the grass is covered and the rooftops. Pretty.
I do too.
Sign up for the 4 News.